The beat of New York.
103.5 KTU.
Hi, Wendy.
What's up, KTU?
Wendy lady.
Hey, it is so nice to have you. All right, let's do a little roll call.
Yes, AJ right here, Nick next to me, Howie and Kevin and Brian.
AJ likes to speak for all of us.
Yes.
Roll call.
Yeah, I was kind of spying on your
Roll
last
call.
interview. I heard you said you were going to hit the cough button and just do the interview yourself.
Yes, I'm doing it. There we go. I did it right now.
In all seriousness, though, today, a huge day for you guys. New single, the first one in 5 years, Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
We're so
Yeah.
stoked. We're excited.
Delay.
It's been a long time coming. We've been like, we just wanted it to come out already, and we were so glad it's finally out.
We've
It's
been
a
playing
great,
it all day, and all of our listeners are calling up, and they are just loving it.
Really, that's
Yes,
great.
really, really good feedback.
Great.
Thank you for playing it.
We're kind of obsessed, of course. And what's even more exciting is that we're going to get to see it live because we just announced this morning that you are going to be joining us as our special guest at KT Euphoria.
Yeah, we're excited.
We
Like
are.
our second residency.
Yeah.
I was going to say, was this the third
Jones
year in a
Beach.
row, right?
Yes,
At least.
third year.
Let's make it 5.
I
Let's
remember
make it
last
10.
year, producer Colleen and I, we actually lost our voices when you were on stage. We were screaming at the top of our lungs. You know that little area at Jones Beach where you can go up the little stairs on the side of the
Up top,
stage?
yeah.
Yeah.
Brian, I saw you up there with your kids, and you guys were watching the show from above. We were just up there when you guys were doing your set, just screaming.
Yeah. I was up there with my son and his girlfriend who lives in Long Island.
Oh, get out of
Yeah,
here!
you know what I'm saying.
Isn't that that's the venue that has you go under the water?
We were
Yes.
And it's
yeah.
always wet and
It
down
always
there.
floods.
Yeah, it's always flooded.
It's
like
always
a-
flooded
it's like a
whenever there's
Batman
high
film.
tide, but it's kind of amazing because it's still at the
It's
beach.
an amazing, it's an amazing venue. Though.
We were
Like,
watching Jason Derulo. He killed it that night.
Jason Derulo.
And also, wasn't Shaggy?
Shaggy's going to be there along with Sting. It's going to be great. The one thing I'm really excited about is hearing you guys perform "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." How did the song come about, by the way?
Well, Stuart Crichton is the producer of the song and one of the writers, and he's originally from Scotland.
Scotland, yeah.
And he lives in L.A., and he had submitted a song to us that we demoed. And once he heard that, he came to our Vegas show and checked it out, was inspired by that. We talked to him backstage afterwards. He's like, guys, I'm going to go back to the studio, and I'm going to come at you with some stuff. So this was the product of him coming to see us live and him being inspired. So
It's really cool. I don't know. Am I the only one? I get such nostalgia vibes from this. We could be back in the early 2000s with this.
we love it because it feels like us, but it has a new fresh vibe to it. So we feel like it fit perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's really good to sing something new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say
Something
25
fresh.
years is a long time, but I mean, I never get sick of your songs ever. And I don't think the fans
Thank
do
you.
either. You guys just did the cruise, and I saw, Kevin, were you bartending?
I was.
You were bartending.
Kevin was on fire on that cruise, man. I saw
Like that
some
Tom
pictures.
Cruise movie, Cocktail.
Yeah.
Cocktail.
It was so funny. The last day of the cruise, all of a sudden, this intercom comes on, and Kevin is literally announcing. What did you say exactly? It was
Said,
hilarious.
good evening, Backstreet Cruisers. This is not your captain
like, is that Kevin?
speaking.
Wow, you have a really good radio voice.
In the morning, I do. I have a lot of bass in the morning.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous of that.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Hey, Wendy, this is Brian. AJ's really jealous right now, that comment. Because
Yeah.
He really wants to be
are
a
you
radio-
serious?
Yeah, I've always, yeah. You know what?
let's hear
It's
you-
fine.
Just saying.
Do it, AJ. KT Euphoria.
Oh man.
Wow, that was really
yeah.
impressive. So, guys, there was one thing that was trending on you pretty recently, and I'm very curious to know about this. I think you know where I'm going with it. The Spice Boys.
All Howie.
We
yes.
really
Howie,
Spice Boys.
Howie came to us right before the
This
tour.
is not
He's like,
true.
guys, I really want to get some heels
And I want to wear a
dress
dress.
on.
Yes.
They put me in kinky boot, red high stilettos.
And how
Not cool.
how was that?
Feet are still killing me.
He had that British flag on your chest.
yeah, a little
That
ginger
was
spice.
not cool.
So it was party like it's 1993 night, and we thought it would be fun to just come out as the Spice Boys.
Did you all get dressed in the same little dressing area? Were you laughing the whole time? How did that happen?
That's what was so funny. We all got dressed in our own little cabins, and they're right next to each other. And as soon as we each come out in the hallway, we were crying, laughing. It took
my
us
God.
like 20 minutes to compose ourselves before we could go out into the
Howie
party.
was the last person to come out. I went into his room and I noticed that he was drinking a lot before he put his
I
dress
had
on.
to drink to get myself into this motivation to be willing to put on this British flag dress that was a little too short.
Oh my god!
for me, and Nick and I both had dresses, and
You
it
got
was
some good legs, though, D.
they. Oh,
You got
why,
some
thank
good
you,
legs.
AJ. I appreciate
yeah, man,
you
it's all
noticing.
good.
Nick, though, you as Baby Spice, like, I don't know how to say this. You didn't look bad.
I really, embraced the role.
You did, brother.
I
I'm
enjoyed,
impressed.
I got to be honest. I really enjoyed wearing a dress, and I mean
Whoa.
because it was comfortable. I'm like, wow. I told AJ, I said, AJ, like I could see how women would like to wear dresses like.
You
But
were
you know
like,
what's
like
really
7? You were like 7'12".
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
It was like my
swear to
tattoos
God.
showing through. But it was funny because I'm friends with Emma, and I tweeted her. I said, "What did you think about this?" And she goes, "I loved it. I want that dress." And
Oh my gosh. So
What's
you got
really
the
funny
seal
though
of
is that
approval.
but what's really funny is there was an alternate guy version with the same colorways. So if we didn't want to stay in our dresses, we can go change. So I went and changed into leopard shorts and a leopard shirt, and some of us changed, but Nick seemed to just stay in the dress the entire deck party.
I did
He
actually.
he never
comfortable.
changed.
It was
find the right
comfortable.
He
dress.
never changed. It was airy.
I imagine the breeze was nice.
I was just going to
It
say, you can
was.
air everything out. It's nice.
Yeah.
I would love to see that at K2 Euphoria.
The
Keep an
dress.
open mind.
I think
Just
that's-
Nick.
We
Just Nick.
just opened up Pandora's box. I think
Yeah.
everyone's going to want us to dress up as the Spice Girls. We'll just have to do a part in our next world tour, right?
Yes.
Show.
We'll have to do a medley, a Spice Girls medley.
Yeah.
Big day for you guys. As we mentioned before, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, your first single in 5 years. When can fans like me expect an album? I know you've been working on it for a little bit.
We're trying. We want to have the album done by the end of the year, and we want to go on a world tour next year, starting in 2019. I'd say we're 3/4 of the way finished with the record. We got some good stuff that we all really like. We're influenced by rock, pop, hip hop, gospel, country, R&B, and there's a little bit of everything in what we've done so far. So we're excited, and we can't wait for the world to hear it.
I love it. And I know you've been getting your practice on in Vegas because it seems like you started with a handful of shows and now they just
Yep.
keep having you come back. So
How many we at now, Brian? How many shows we at now?
Well, we started with 9 a year and a half ago, and now we're up to, I think, 63 total. And they keep having us back, which is a really good thing. With Vegas, Vegas is an amazing city. They're super strong. They rally around their community. Nick lives there now, which is kind of crazy. So he only has to drive 15 minutes to the show.
Wow.
But it's a lot of fun. We kick back off July 25th through August 14th. And then we'll be back in October, November, and then even into 19, into February, March of 19. So
Before you
maybe
do the
we'll add
world
some other
tour.
dates.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, right after the February run, we'll be in rehearsals this fall. Hopefully, as we launch the album this fall and winter, and then we'll be in rehearsals for the world tour, the 25th anniversary, and then we'll be in Europe as of springtime, and then we're off and running. So we're looking at probably the next 2 years is going to be pretty busy. Which
That's
is good.
incredible. I'm so happy for you guys. And I know for
Thank you.
our listeners who haven't had a chance to see you at K2 Euphoria, maybe they weren't there last year or the year before, or maybe they haven't had a chance to go out to Vegas to see you. We're so pumped. June 16th, Jones Beach. It's going to be a really fun time.
Come see your boys.
Come see your boys.
Come see your boy.
Come see your boy.
oh
The beat of New York.
1035 KTU.